The expression sine of pi over 4 minus x simplifies to which of the following after using the sum or difference identity. Again, you may want to go back and look at your sum and difference identities, or you can flip the page back. But the formula that we're going to be using on this particular problem is going to be sine of A times cosine of B minus cosine of A sine of B. And the A is the pi over 4, and the B is the x. So if we fill this in, what we end up with is we end up with sine of pi over 4 times cosine of x minus cosine of pi over 4 times sine of x. And the nice thing is that sine of pi over 4 is square root 2 over 2, and then cosine of x. And the cosine of pi over 4 is also the square root of 2 over 2 times sine of x. And when we compare our answers here, we get B. Problem number 6. Find cosine of A minus B. And before I even read much more of the problem, I'm going to write down which formula I'm going to be using, which is going to be cosine of A cosine of B plus sine of A sine of B. So that's what we need. But we're going to have to draw our triangles as we see it. So it says find cosine of A minus B given tangent of A equals negative 3/4 when A is between 3 pi over 2 and 2 pi. Well, if we take a close look here, here's 3 pi over 2. Then here's 2 pi. And remember, you're going to make your triangle look like a bow tie. So there's our part of the bow tie. We're working with angle A here. And across from the A is the opposite, which is going to be the negative 3. And the hypotenuse I'm going to call C is across from our right angle, which means that our other side is the adjacent, and it's going to be 4 here. So this is the adjacent side. So we've got our triangle drawn, and some of you already know what the length of the hypotenuse is, but this is going to be 4 squared plus negative 3 squared equals C squared using the Pythagorean theorem. So we get 16 plus 9 for C squared. 16 plus 9 is 25. And when we take the square root of both sides, we get C equals 5. So I'll put that in red here. That length is 5. And in fact, while we're thinking of it, what we need from that triangle here is we need to know what sine of A equals. And sine is the opposite divided by the hypotenuse, so it's going to be negative 3/5. And cosine of A is going to be the adjacent divided by hypotenuse, which is 4/5. And now we also need to work with our other given information, which is secant of B equals negative 8/5. Well, remember that secant is the reciprocal of cosine, so this is cosine of B. And I can take the reciprocal, so cosine of B equals 5/8. And here's 0, here's pi over 2. Again, drawing your triangle so that you've got a bow tie. Here's angle B, and cosine, well, let's label it here. Across from the right angle is the hypotenuse. Across from B is the opposite, which means along the x-axis is the adjacent. And as I fill that in, I'll change colors here. So the adjacent over the hypotenuse here. And we need to find the other length. So we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem. And it's going to be 5 squared plus B squared equals 8 squared. 25 plus b squared equals 64. Subtract 25 from both sides. And you end up with b squared equals 39. And when we take the square root of both sides, b equals the square root of 39. We can put that back in on our triangle there. Square root of 39. We already know what cosine of b is, but let's fill in what sine of b is. And sine of b equals the opposite, which is going to be the square root of 39, over the hypotenuse, which is 8. And then once again, the cosine of b is going to be the adjacent over the hypotenuse, which is 5 over 8. And now we're going to take these values and we're going to put them back into our formula. The cosine of A, looking down, cosine of A is 4/5. Cosine of B is 5/8, so I have it right there above. Plus sine of A. Sine of A is negative 3/5 times sine of B, which is the square root of 39 divided by 8. And now we can finish the problem. When we multiply, 4 times 5 is 20, over 5 times 8 is 40, minus, because positive and a negative here gives us a negative, 3 square root of 39 over 40. And lastly, we can write it as 1, which is 20, minus 3 square root of 39 over 40.